What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Today we're going to fix this fucking camera angle. Make that shit square. Make it more square. Super square. Double square. Anyway, so we're going to talk about something today. So if you see this video and you were going to ask me this question, this is going to be the reply you get through an email, private message on Facebook, whatever the case may be. Even in person, I'm going to give you the same exact fucking answer that you're going to hear now. And the question I get all the time, and this is from clients, this is from, random people that just email me, is, Jerry, what do you think I should do? They'll give me a situation and then ask me what I think they should do. And my reply is always, and always will be, it doesn't matter what I think. Like, it absolutely doesn't matter. My opinion does not matter. I do not want to, even though you're asking, impose my opinion on you and you make up your mind based on something that I said. That's not how life works, okay? Especially with this stuff. Sometimes I get an email from someone and they send me pictures. And the guy is, like, oh, I'm all about size. I don't want to gain size. I want to be huge. I'm like, okay, that's great. A lot of people want to be huge. I like being big. Everybody wants to be huge if you were skinny at some point. So I look at the pictures, and he's probably 25 to 30% body fat. And then the question is, what do you think I should do? And immediately I look at it, and I'm like, I think you should not bulk. Like, seriously, I think you should give up the gaining weight right now and get lean, because you're basically stopping your gains. When the body gets too fat, muscle gains actually slow down. Muscle gains actually come faster when you're leaner. But the problem is, when you tell somebody something like that, their goal was to get bigger. So now what happens is they have all that fat on their body, and I'm hoping that this explanation will make it all click for you why it doesn't matter what I think. As they start to lose the weight to get leaner, if I had said, oh, I think you should get leaner, they then, oh man, I lost an inch off my waist, but I lost an inch off my arms. Well, you have the fat on your arms too. You were fat all over your body. Like, you were fat. Plain and simply, you were fat. And you just didn't know it. You're perceiving something when you look in the mirror as being muscle and being, lean tissue, and that's not what it was. So now, of course, you're going to lose size. You're going to lose, a little bit of strength and stuff. But, then you're unhappy. Then you get the email, Jerry, I feel like, I'm looking a little bit better, but I'm losing too much size. And I'm like, if you're losing size and your strength is the same, okay, or going up, you're losing fat. That means you didn't have the muscle mass you thought you had. And a lot of people are like that. So what I would do is basically say, I don't care, whatever you want. It's all about you, your journey, and what you think and what you want. It doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what I want. Well, it matters what I want that I want, but I make that decision. I don't ask other people. I mean, there could be a time where I'm like, okay, I'm in between the light heavyweight and heavy class. If I drop a couple pounds, I might look a little stringy. If I stay a little fuller, I might not look as hard. What do you think I should do? I'll ask the person, do you think it's better off going like this or better off going like that? And, the person will tell me, well, I think you should probably go for conditioning. And what happens is when I take that information back, I go, okay, you got to go back for conditioning, but the guys are usually shorter in the class. So it makes me think further as to what I should do, but I still decide what to do, not take someone's, word for, I think you should do this. It doesn't matter what I should do. Now, I understand that you guys come to me because I've been doing this a long time, and I probably have more insight than you do about what, what's going on, about the situation you're in. But when it boils it right down to it, what is going to make you happy? If you're 25% body fat and you want to bulk and get bigger, knock yourself out. Do I think it looks good? No. Do I think it's the right thing to do? No. If you're bone, stick thin, and shredded already, if you're 110 pounds, you're like, Jerry, I want to drop another 10 pounds. Do I think you should go fucking anorexic and do that? No. But is it going to make you happy? If it makes you happy, then that's what you do. And a lot of people swing from being happy to not happy. So they're like, oh, I'm going to start my diet and get lean because they're fat. And then they start their diet and realize they didn't have as much muscle they did. And they're like, oh, fuck. And then they go try to bulk back up again or gain the muscle back, and they wind up getting fatter. So there's this constant, teetering back and forth of what you should do. Should I bulk? Should I cut? Should I add some endurance exercises? And I'm sitting there going, there's a lot of fucking questions that all the answers are inside of you. All the answers you have inside of you. And I think you know the answer to the question that you have, but you're looking for confirmation from me for some reason that, like your instincts are not good enough, or your, inner voice is not good enough. You need me to tell you, hey, listen to that inner voice. Well, today I'll tell you, listen to that inner voice. If it's telling you, if you're coming to me, Jerry, I'm 30% body fat, should I bulk? You know the answer to that question, flat out. Now, you could be one of those delusional people that doesn't see yourself as fat. There's plenty of those. I had a guy that I used to train that would come in and swear he would be a Mr. Olympia. He never broke 150 pounds. Even in a 212 class, he would never be Mr. Olympia. But in his mind, when he looked in the mirror, he saw Mr. Olympia material. You know, and he would ask me, he's like, oh, you think I win the Olympia someday? And I was like, I don't fucking know. I mean, stranger things have happened, but it doesn't matter. What matters is whether or not he thinks he can win the Olympia. I eventually wound up telling him that, you know, he's probably never going to win the Olympia. And, you know, he took that in stride. I think he understood eventually, and after training for a couple of years, that, you know, he didn't look like those other guys. But originally it was like, Jerry, what do you think? Jerry, what do you think? So I think if you're in that position where you have to ask someone else what they think because you're not really sure, before you ask someone, take the time again yourself to kind of go through it. And really trust your instincts. You know, that's what it boils down to, trusting your instincts on what to do next, rather than, you know, asking someone else, like, what do you think I should do? Well, what that other person thinks may not be what's best for you, and you wind up following it, being pissed at that person, pissed at yourself, miserable because you're not doing what you want to do, and it's just a fucking bad scene all the way around. So do what you want to do. Isn't that what the Hodge twins say? They say, do whatever the fuck you want to do or some shit like that, and do what makes you happy, and don't worry about what others have to say about it. Biotraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biotraining.com is the blog. I want to flex my bicep, so I did it, and we're out.